If there were three things that you wanted, that you needed, that you thought would advance us as a continued, beacon of excellence in children's content, what would they be?
So it's a great question. I was really pleased that you asked that question because it actually made me think a bit. But I think the three most important things are that Australian parents and families care about Australian kids' content. I know that conceptually they understand it when they're engaging with it, but they really need to get behind it, if you know what I mean, and really embrace it and understand the role it plays. Because if it does go away, if for whatever reason we don't make enough or the ABC can't make enough, our children will be speaking in American accents. They will be speaking in British. We will lose our cultural sort of relevance to our children, which I think is a critical. It's a critical issue. It's the thing that keeps me up at night often. Mm. But our best chance of making parents love our content is making excellent content. So we really need to invest in our content makers. They're the people like the Joe Brums, the people who come to us with these incredible ideas and make sure that they feel there's a great industry here for them. They don't want to go to America and work over there. They don't want to go to the UK. They want to make Australian content for Australian audiences that travels, because that's really what happens with kids' content. So we need to invest in those people, and that's beholden to the ABC, that's beholden to Screen Australia and a whole bunch of other organisations. So I think it's making sure that the government is supporting, the funding of those people and also the projects, because we are not a big enough market to be sort of self-funded like America. So there's always going to need to be some kind of government support and funding of children's content and children's content makers, because often as well, people who work in the children's space, often they start their careers often in children's and then graduate up into like a newsreader or Total Control or another, grown-up show. I call them grown-up because adult has another connotation. And so we have a real responsibility to that part of the industry as well. And also the actors, the young child actors who get their first runs on one of our shows, they can then go on to Hollywood. So we really need to make sure that this ecosystem is really robust and exists for those little people at home who just turn the TV on or look on their phone or are on their tablet. They just need to have the best quality content available to them that's from our culture. So that's our big challenge.
Well,
going forward.
we are. I think all of the country would be behind you on that sentiment.